This is my Valentine setup in my Louis Vuitton MM Agenda. Thank you for joining me. If you're here for the first time, thank you for stopping by. I hope you'll come again and become a subscriber. Don't forget to like as well. Let's get into the planner. On the outside you can see that I have my regular clips, pen for this kit, an ollie clip. So much fun on the outside, and then on the inside I kept my same tassel from the last time. My Louis Vuitton girl is always here, sitting on her bag, her jumbo bag. The ephemera in the kit this month is just cute, as you'd expect it to be. The acetate was this beautiful heart acetate. I'll be using this word art as divider tabs. It says, "Hello Valentines, that's you." Same dashboard as last month, with the addition of a tab from a previous month and a girl from this month. Additionally, there's this beautiful sticker lace that I like to put on the side of my divider tabs. I loved using this washi tape, and you'll see it throughout as deco, not only on my dividers but also on my vellum sheets. Another one of my favorite die cut girls in a new setting for the love month. You'll remember this section that's coming up as my forward planning section. Here's something new that I added. It's a calendar from the Planner Spot. She offers it as a free printable on her website, theplannerspot.com. My fold-out calendar as before, and my planning calendars. This section is my important dates section. This spread marks the beginning of my monthly calendar section. What I like about this the most is that I used a scrap piece of acetate from the kit to create this little fold out, so that we have love in the air and our surroundings. This month I created a few planner pages that I love because they coordinate well with this setup in color. Of course, pink is one of my favorite colors, as is probably a lot of us, but I wanted it to be a little more cohesive throughout my planner. So I turned some existing pages that I use regularly into my own creations. And using the format that I had in my previous month mission board, if you remember seeing it in my January setup video, I just did pink backgrounds and a very simple layout with boxes and bows. This is a note page on which I can list anything that's coming up for the month. Of course, I'm filming this when it's blank for you so that you can just see the simple layout without all of my scribbles. On to the monthly spread, where I still have my fold-out sidebar. I decorated the sidebar with stickers that I got a while ago. I have no idea where I got these from. There are even stickers on the front cover. So it comes with alphabets, circle art, flags, and rectangular labels. They're quite large though. Phrases and words. You can tell I've used quite a bit of this. Washi tape. Icons. Small flags. Full boxes. And month labels. The first part of the year and the second part of the year. More icons. More flags and cutout labels. And then you have another set of the same. Cute. I just found it in my stash and decided to use it this month. My calendar deco this month is cut out flowers from the papers, as well as pieces of paper to cover these open spaces on my calendar. All of these little tiny flowers mark dates that I already know that I have things going on. And this is a divider that I made out of some vellum, laminated it, and added some washi tape along with a sticker tab that came in the kit. This is my month marker. I used to have another tab on the edge of this month here that I've now moved to another location, but I kept the tab here ever since I got it. It was a die cut and I just used it as a tab, and I kept it here to mark my month calendars for over a year, and I've since moved it away after I made this. So this is cute. I like it because it's rather sheer because of the vellum. You can see through it to the design behind it, whether you flip it to one way or another. Because ordinarily I don't really like to have a divider in here. I like to be able to see my month at a glance. But since I do slip it so that you can pull it in and out, it's easy to do that and then be able to just look at the entire month whenever I want to. As you know, I love my trackers, and consequently I decided to make some trackers that coordinate with these pages that I showed you earlier. Everything being pink is a lovely idea, and so other than the washi that I used to decorate this notes section, I have all of these 24 hours worth of squares that I can fill with statistics regarding my health tracking on 2 separate health trackers. My gratitude, expenses, and goal trackers remain the same. This currently page is a fun page that I fill out randomly. Whenever I do fill it out, it'll be whatever I'm thinking, reading, listening to, loving, disliking, needing, wanting, eating, drinking, and planning on that day, which could be different from any other day, but I don't fill this out every day. So once a month I get kind of a little view into what is current or was current at that time. More washi and a glitter bow on some vellum. And this is my weekly section. So my LV girl's still here, and so are the other elements that I usually put into the pockets that I would have in this area of my planner monthly. The only things that I've changed obviously are the paper, but also the die cuts. So I added this die cut and the flowers, but the other things remain the same. Love this pocket because it is mirroring the washi tape that I also love. This is from a previous Planner Society kit. Going into my weekly section, I have a weekly plan that I set up for myself that I printed on vellum and laminated And that's why it's so sheer that you can barely see it, but I can see it very well, and it's perfect for me. I can use it as a dashboard or a divider, or just to have it here at the beginning of my week as a reference for what I would like my week to look like. So it lists Monday through Sunday and what I would like to be doing on any of those days, generally every week. I've shown you my weekly section before, and in that weekly section I've shown you my pages decorated. Rather than show you that this month, I'm going to show you something that I created along with this. This is my inspiration journal. You may recognize it from a previous video, but I've kind of converted it to just a bullet journal cover now. I removed all of the other inserts and just left my bullet journal in here, which is a Leuchtturm 1917. A lot of the art is by Plan with Shan. I love her work. She's amazing. So I have a lot of it, including this that I'm using as my cover art. You'll see more inside. Another ollie clip. This one is iridescent. On the inside cover, doilies, Plan with Shan art, and some other elements that I got from various other places, including the Planner Society. This sticker is from a previous Planner Society kit, so I kept it here. This I've had for a while. I probably got it from Michael's. This sticker, as well as this one here, are puffy stickers from a previous Planner Society kit. I got this acetate from Michael's as well. This is a Foxy Fix tag. You see how much I love Plan with Shan's art. It's everywhere. This is from the Unicorn Planner and a previous Planner Society kit. I redated this girl. She was wearing a dress that said 2018. I wanted to keep it here because I had it here already from last year, so I just changed the date on her chest. When you enter this book, I do utilize my table of contents, but we won't go into that. We'll just go into one of the blank days or weeks that I'm using in here, so that we can just have a look at how I'm inspired by this book. So the reason why I set it up this way is because I prefer, as I've told you before, vertical columns. Getting in closer, we can see what my pages look like in this inspiration journal so far. The reason why I call it an inspiration journal is because I use this page to draw whatever inspires me for the week, and it gives me an opportunity to draw weekly. Since I used to like to draw daily, but I'm not doing that so much anymore, I thought I'd give myself a space to draw weekly, and I really like that. An inbox section is something that's taking after the GTD method for planning. A priorities section where we only list 3 items that I need to get done that are priorities. And a feel good section right here. But the pages that matter are my weekly spread pages, where I have these large, long columns for every day of the week. And what I love about this is that I can write something that I want to do maybe here, and maybe not finish it, but then arrow it into the next day. And so if, say, it takes me an entire week or 4 days to get something done, the space in which I wrote it down initially will be the exact same space that's occupied for the whole week. So I can see in a glance that yes, it's taking me 4 days, but I can also just arrow it over without having to rewrite it. And this is what I like about this format. Then at a glance, I can see the entire week. Saturday and Sunday are here. And it just, it works for me so much better than any other setup has. Therefore, I created a weekly spread that's similar for my LV agenda, in which there's a fold out section. I'm going to write what's going on this week here, and then Monday's going to be here, and it goes all the way across to here. And I have several pages that way. Saturday and Sunday will be on the reverse, and which is fine because Saturday and Sunday are normally weekend days, and it doesn't matter if I'm looking at it all together anymore by that point. Really, I like to see the 5 days of the week all together. So that's awesome. What's happening on this side? Notes. So if I have notes that I want to write that's pertinent to the week ahead or the week that it's facing, because Saturday and Sunday will be facing this page, whatever notes I need to write, I can put it on these pages. So as soon as I'm finished using my former setup, which is these types of pages, and I have a few more of them left here, as soon as I'm done with those, then I will get into these. So the people that really inspired me to make my own are the Planner Spot and the Planner Sophisticate for my personal use. Now we get into the next section of my planner, which is the lists section, where I keep my goals, and then some new pages I've created would be a list of items I want to focus on and let go of for the year. Then I created some goal pages where I'll place my goal at the top, smaller goals here, and action list here. I also created some project pages that are identical, just labeled with project, smaller parts of the project, individual tasks here. Behind here is my wish list, and then I have my book log, which I moved from the monthly section where you saw it previously. I have my quarterly review still here, and I have a packing list and trip planners. Also here I keep for reference the GTD card, as you saw in my previous video where I had it in my one little word journal. And another card that I keep here is the GTD quick reference card, where you are shown what to do with your stuff, whatever that stuff may be, where to put it. It's a flow chart. Then we get on to my health section. So you saw my health tracker already. The only thing that has changed here is my daily meal plan, which I told you I was going to change. And then I use this pull-out tracker that I showed you before to track my workouts, daily workouts. So I'll be able to see on an entire year what my workouts are by color code. Behind the hearts, the expenses section. You already saw what that tracker looks like. So let's see, what did I move here? I moved the coupon codes and also the open orders trackers to the expense section. And there is my quote. My quote is, "There are far better things ahead than any we leave behind." I love that quote anyway, but I also love it at the end of my planner. This is where I moved my die cut that I had formerly attached to my month calendars that I was telling you about earlier. And also I have my stickers back here. You saw the stickers that I had purchased from my favorite shops in my last video. Not all of them are here. These are the same ones that I use regularly monthly, and I'll just have to go through the ones that I purchased to see which ones I want to keep in here, because I don't keep all of my stickers here. I actually do have a sticker binder, but I don't have that many stickers, so it's nothing really that I would need to show you. However, if you're interested in seeing it, please just let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to film it for you. Love, 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 and more love. I kept my doilies at the back here, as well as my mild liner pen. And that ends this planner setup. Now I'll show you some of the art that I have in my journal. I started this in January, so obviously I'm going to be inspired by the new year. My art is drawn on the day that I sit down to draw this, and it's just whatever's on my mind that I'm inspired by at that moment. And I just use a pen, and I don't do any pencil. So however it's going to come out is how it comes out, which is not always wonderful, but at least it gets me drawing, which I love. And anyone who's into getting organized inspires me. And obviously this is a video that was done that inspired the other pages that I've created this month. This was done by the Planner Sophisticate. There is my quote that I had at the end of my Louis Vuitton agenda. I was inspired by someone else who had put this in their bullet journal, and I loved it so much that I put it in mine as well. This is a goal pyramid by Jillian Michaels, and it's perfect because, you know, she's all into fitness and nutrition, and then there's also a food pyramid, so I really feel like this was very much right up her alley. So she believes that you should put your long-term goal at the top and break it down towards the bottom with your immediate actions at the very bottom. Love this. When I had surgery recently, it was actually a few months ago at this point, but I'm still recovering. However, before I did go in, one of the requirements pre-surgery is that you remove your nail polish. So I had mine removed because I had a gel manicure and then nail polish on top of that. So that was removed, and then I went into surgery. I don't like my hands without nail polish and my gel nails. I just don't like it. But I do like many aspects of it. I can play the piano easier. I can apply makeup with just my fingertips. I love that. But I really love having nails. I just like the look of my hands, and it makes me feel good when I'm looking at my hands. It also makes clients feel good when they see my hands. So I finally got them done again, and I drew myself eating a snack. This is me holding a snack. When I had the snack in my hand and I sat down to draw this page, this is what I saw, and I drew it. So that was funny. Oh, welcome back, nails. And that's the last week that I drew. So, what's going to inspire me in the week ahead? I'm not going to know until I sit down and draw it. We'll see. What inspires you? Leave a comment below so I can be further inspired by what inspires you. And that's it for today, my planner friends. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate the time you take to watch my videos, to like, to comment, and would love if you would subscribe. I'll see you again soon.